Good morning, everyone. amprepairguy.com, 203-892-4119. Also, harbachelectronics.com. Please like, share, and subscribe. So today we have another Ameritron Al80a in for repair. So the fuse holder was damaged, so I replaced it so I could do some preliminary testing to give the customer a quote. I'll replace the second one also, so they both match. So I'm going to show you everything it needs that I can see right off the bat. I inserted the wire here myself before I started the video, obviously. So it needs new zener. That is shorted. I'm going to replace the filter caps because as the old Arrow ones, these always end up failing, and I'll replace the resistors at the same time. Bleeder/equalization resistors. I'm going to clean the TR relay with deoxy gold, change the SO239s with high quality ones from Max Gain Systems. Customer already has a new tube from Penta, so I'm going to test it with one of my tubes here. So the ALC potentiometer nut was missing and the threads are stripped, so I'm going to replace the whole potentiometer so I can put a new nut on there. The nut was on the stud on the back of the air variable cap, but the ring terminal, I don't know, someone must have taken it off or done something, I don't know, but basically the nut was there, so this connection was just off, and because of the weight placed on the progressively shorting rotary switch, it snapped in half. So you can see I re-secured it, you know, just so I could put the cover on and turn it on to check some stuff. But so I'm going to replace that portion of the band switch. The plates were not centered, so I think it's just how they made that cap, the air variable capacitor on the plate side, so I carefully centered them. I'm going to add gas discharge tubes. I'll add a series glitch resistor, do the 10 meter modification, and do whatever else it needs. So I'm going to get to work, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Stay tuned. So I have the old switch section out. These two sections are okay, so I'm going to leave them alone. So I'm going to put the new section in, and just wanted to show you guys that this connection point down here had a bad solder joint. It was cold, so the lead was actually moving around within it. Okay, so I'm going to get back to work. I'll see you guys soon. Stay tuned. Okay, so we're back with the completed Ameritron Al80a. Customer wanted to see it working on 3.9 megs. So I go 1 kW slug, Bird 43 with the Bird PEP kit installed and turned on, going into a Bird attenuator load. 3.9 megs. Audio hello, 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 roughly 100 watts, exciting it. Audio hello, 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 audio hello, there's a kilowatt. Hello, 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 hello. Audio hello, hello, hello. Audio hello, 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 hello. And she's working as she should. Audio hello, hello, hello. There are the settings right there. Audio hello, 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 hello. Sorry for my noisy chair here. Audio hello, 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 hello. Dog's moving around in the background. Audio oh yeah, and she's working. Okay, so I'll let the tube cool off and I'll show you the inside. See you soon. Well, first, tube cool off, just make it clear. Tube cool off, shut it off, unplug it, let the high voltage bleed down, then take the cover off, because you do have lethal voltage within, so don't ever just take it off without making sure there's no plate voltage present. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so I'm back with the inside of the Al80a. This is getting a brand new Penta 3500Z. I just have one of my test tubes in here. So I'll go over everything I did. So I centered the plates for the C1 air variable capacitor on the plate side. I fixed the broken band switch. I put a new wafer in. I secured the other end to the plate tune air variable capacitor. Use the split washer to lock it in place. Snugged up on the brass nut really good with a 3/8 inch wrench. Checked all the connections on everything else. Added gas discharge tubes between the filament and the chassis. Put a series glitch resistor in. Needed new filter caps. Had the old Arrow ones, so I put in brand new Kemet ones, brand new bleeder/equalization resistors also. Ran a new high voltage wire from the series glitch resistor over to the base of the plate choke. It's mounted to insulators, ceramic insulators / standoffs. Replaced the SO239s with brand new ones from Max Gain Systems. Awesome people over there, great people. I can't say enough good stuff about Penta. Also, they're great people, just great people. That's why I recommend them. And again, I get nothing out of any tubes that they sell. It's just I believe in promoting people that offer good service. It's just really hard to find these days. So one of the fuse holders was damaged during shipping, so I replaced both. I didn't charge them for that. So 2 brand new ones. Had the wrong size fuse in it. Had I think it was a 20 amp 32 volt. This requires 10 amp fast blow fuses, so I put 2 brand new 10 amp fast blow fuses in. It's really important. I've said this before. It's extremely just super important to have the right size fuse. If you put a short on the plate supply, with the wrong size fuse in there, good chance you'll end up taking out the transformer. If you have the right size fuse, you'll probably be okay. The Zener diode was shorted, so I changed that. I was waiting on that. That finally came, so that's all set. Sorry, just hit my chair. So I think that's about it. I clean the rotary switch contacts with the Oxygold. Clean the TR/bias relay contacts with the Oxygold. Oh yeah, I also had to replace the rheostat for the ALC because the nut was stripped. Threads where the nut goes on they were stripped. So that was fun getting at that. But I re-zip tied the wiring, nice. And also had to change the meter protection diode. So the tube he had in it had flashed at some point, so that was no good. So anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I have TL922 I have to also do. I'm waiting on a part. It's taking forever. I have another amp in a box I have to remove. But remember, everybody, next month I'm taking a 2-week break, so I will not be available. I'll be accepting amps most likely, but I'm not going to be working on stuff. So I might work on 1 or 2. I'm not sure yet, but I just need to clean. I need to reorder hardbox stock. I need to really search around for good deals because of the situation with the tariffs and all that. I do not want to raise prices. So if someone needs something done right away, call me now. If they need a hardbox kit right away, order it ASAP. They always go out within a business day. Everything that's on the site that can be ordered I have in stock. I have the dates listed on the site as to when I'll be closed down. I won't be accepting calls, texts, or emails, but I'll be cleaning and doing other stuff. But much needed. I might post some videos, but other than that, I need time to get everything else done. So there's the old Zener. Old rheostat. So 39s. Yeah. A lot of cleaning, a lot of organizing, some personal projects I want to get taken care of, or at least more done on them. Can't wait to get that multi-band amp all set. That's going to be great when that's done. I want to have that done before next spring. And when it's done, it's done. I won't do it again. Unless it's for hire, because it's just a lot of work. But Okay, well, I hope everyone has a great day. Websites are amprepairguy.com, also harbachellectronics.com. Phone number is 203-892-4119. That's 203-892-4119. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. 73.